Bitcoin! It's Tuesday, May 7th at 11:29 a.m. in Perth, Australia. I'm a bull in a bear market, and frankly, my dear, I don't give a satoshi. Here are today's Mad Bits! Bitcoin continues to trend downward with a high of 124 and a low of 102 and a last of 103. It's a buying market again, people. I don't know what's making it go down. We hit the psychological barrier of 120, popped right over it, and then now we've tumbled right back downward to 100. Will it go under the psychological barrier of 100? I don't know. Last time it went down to 80. Our top story tonight, Chinese Bitcoin rush continues. Over the past 24 hours, BtcChina is the number 4 exchange in volume. Over 6% of all Bitcoin traffic is Chinese. The Chinese Bitcoin run has begun. The effect on China and the Bitcoin market is already being realized. Bitcoin wallet software has been downloaded nearly 40,000 times since the program aired 3 days ago. That's almost 7 times the number downloaded in the US over the same period, and 13 times the rate of downloads in China leading up to the report. If this trend continues, we may have just witnessed the single most significant event in Bitcoin history. A Forbes writer is living on Bitcoin, eating only sushi and cupcakes, but she's surviving in San Francisco on only Bitcoin. The Observer effect has opened up an organic grocery, and now she's living off anything she wants. It's a groundbreaking and historic article. By defining the landscape, it will change San Francisco. She'll be able to do another article in 6 months to a year, and everything will have changed. She'll be able to use Bitcoin everywhere, at least in San Francisco. 0.8.2 update. The 5430 Satoshi dust transaction limit, which is really confusing to a lot of people, so I'm just going to read this. TLDR. Bitcoin dev changes a default option. Bitcoin talk thread erupts into a wave of misunderstanding. Original pull request turns out to be better thought out than implied by some, and now many more. Can we keep calm? Edit. It was also pointed out by another developer that this patch actually gives more freedom to the miner than they originally had. A previously hard-coded transaction fee can now be decided collectively by the free market, should the need arise. This is future-proofing Bitcoin. One of the problems I'd heard is if it reaches the number where there are no more Bitcoins, there's no reason for anyone to mine. Having a flexible transaction fee would be incredibly valuable. Thank you, Gavin. By, this is great, 7TRXMK6Z. Those of us that actually read, understand the poll being implemented are grateful, because we understand that you're actually giving more control to the users over how they handle transaction, and that the default setting is simply in place so that dumb users save bandwidth by not relaying spam, and so that they always have valid transaction. You're getting a ton of flack for a change which gives us more control, and which is optional. It is fucking retarded. Thank you. Thank you for doing the good work that you do, in the face of the crazies and the idiots screaming at your metaphorical door. They may not realize it right this second, but the Bitcoin community will eventually appreciate. Oh, and one more thing. But yes, as a retailer, I am salivating over the idea of this silently competing with credit cards, and their fees and the hidden costs of dealing with cash, counting it, the fee I pay to Wells Fargo for a business account, transferring it. With Bitcoin, when the transaction is done, it's done. That's awesome. This has been Mad Bitcoin.